So that was, but one of the things that, having all of these specialists follow Zach through the early years of his life, the benefit of that, the benefit of having all of these doctor visits and these blood draws every couple months was that one of them noticed that his platelet counts had suddenly dropped over the previous 3 or 4 months. And this was in, I think, July or August of 2015. And they brought us in to an endocrinologist, and they said, we're gonna run a test. We're not gonna tell you exactly what it is, but we're pretty sure we know what Zach has. But they wouldn't tell us what it was. Then a week later, we get the call, we need you to come in. We're not gonna tell you why, but you have to come in. But that's right. Yes, they wouldn't let us come in that same day. We had to wait even after getting the message. So you know the news is bad because they're not going to tell you over the phone. And they tell us we've got Fanconi anemia. So not every child who has Fanconi anemia develops bone marrow failure, that aplastic anemia. Zach did, and moved pretty quickly into relatively quickly into transplant. The interesting thing about transplant is that they'll tell you that the success rates are, 80%, in some cases 90%. And they'll tell this to you like it's good news. And it is, right? I mean, I don't want to be overly negative about it, but to share the parent's perspective, it is fabulous that over the last 20 years, 30 years, the success rates for Fanconi patients has improved from average at best to 80% or more in many cases. I play a lot of poker, or at least I used to before I had kids. And if you told me that on every hand I was going to have an 80% chance to win, I would push all in every time, and if I lost, I'd hit the ATM and come right back and do it again 5 minutes later, because in the long run, 80% odds you're going to win 4 out of 5 times. You have those multiple games that you can play. The game never really ends. It just starts up again a week later or a month later when you play again. But when you are rolling the dice with your child's life, and they don't tell you unless you really look, that 80% success rate means that it just means that you're walking out of the hospital at the end. You could have long-term chronic graft-versus-host disease and be in pain the rest of your life. That's from a hospital's perspective defined as a success. Thank God Zach didn't, develop that. And again, he's happy and thriving and in costume year-round. It's Halloween year-round for Zach. It's just the rest of the world catches up in October for a little bit.